Welcome back to Bloemfontein, and the Affies are in the huddle at the moment.
Well, yeah, we saw the first try. It was a lazy run coming in from Stratham. He was tackled just short of the line. Edwin Libba was prominent in the build-up, and then it was quick ball for Henning, who found a flying recipient in Henko Jordan for try number 1 for Affies. Just the start that they required within the first 5 minutes. Ruben van Heerden was prominent in the build-up to their second try. After some good work by the pack, picking and going around the fringes, Henning provided a flat pass to Eddie Fisher, got on the outside of the replacement Maria. Some porous defence from Grey College allowed Affies to get try number 2. There have been some massive hits, in particular Ruben van Heerden. He has been the cornerstone of this Affies defensive effort, and they've put in some telling tackles both sides that have contributed to what has been a wonderful first half of schoolboy rugby. There you see the stats handling error as well. It's pretty much even Stevens, but it's the tackles made. Affies been asked to make more tackles, and possession stakes are pretty much even Stevens, but it's the visitors who lead rather handsomely on the board by 15 points to 6 due to those 2 well-worked tries. So visits to the opponents 22, 6 by the visitors to the 3 of Grey College, the home side. Well, at the moment, chasing the game, and 50 rucks to the home side, to the 38 of Afrikaanse Hoër Seunskool. And you just heard in that team shot from Grey College, the coach saying that they're expecting us to go wide. They're going to employ a tactic of playing through the middle, trying to get their forwards more into the game. As we see some jubilant Affies support, and somewhat dejected home side supporters looking into the abyss.
So we're just waiting for the referee, Paul Mente, to come back onto the field.
And Gavin, if Affies are to come away victors, they can thank some of the thunderous hits that they've put in. Just touching on that half-time chat by Wessel du Plessis, the coach of Grey College. He wants to employ a more direct strategy, and one would expect to see him bring on big Prinsloo, the former SA Schools tight head prop, if he's going to go that route.
Well, I think Prinsloo will be hoping he's not the former, and that maybe he gets a chance this year too. But credit to him, he had a fantastic season last year, and while I think many were surprised to see him on the bench with his 124 kilograms, there have been a lot of injuries at both of these schools that we mentioned earlier. Well, they're in full voice, are the Affies, and why not? They enjoy that confident lead at the moment. And have Grey College got a little bit of a breeze at their back that they can look to dominate territory and play directly? Here comes Eddie Fisher. He's had an excellent match. The captain of the side, and fly off, and here comes they brushing aside the tackles. It's Lawrence van der Schyff, and what a way to start the second half.
What a start by Lawrence van der Schyff, just what the Witbuller ordered. But it was that man again, Eddie Fisher, taking it flat to the line after some good work by Ruben de Villiers, bursting that Grey College defence wide open. He found his talisman in Libba, and then a well-timed pass to the hard-working inside centre, Lawrence van der Schyff, who's canted in for Affies' 3rd try. And Grey College have got some huge defensive ailments at the moment. They're slipping too many tackles, as we see a number of replacements starting to warm up on the side of the field for the men in blue.
To a large extent, it's also been the real pressure of that first half and having to make so many tackles. So one can understand Wessel du Plessis will be looking to his bench. Straight in front, Eddie Fischer, no problem with that one, and pushes his personal tally in the match up to 12 points.
Well, he took it into the vacuum and then found space, offloaded to Libba, and then look at the handoff coming in from the hard-working inside centre, Lawrence van der Schyff. Great work and great strong running by the number 12 for the Witbuller.
Again, it's a deep kick in from Janse van Vieren. So can Grey College play more directly down the middle, as their coach asked? Will they get enough possession? And, that ball, a very good kick in, so a quick throw in, but it was not, for some reason, has not been allowed.
Askies.
The referee's just wanting to try and find out what the reason was.
Yeah, ball. Yeah, ball. He stepped inside.
It's been adjudicated that the scrum of Neil de Roo stepped inside, so it's a turnover of possession for Affies.
How many hookers don't step inside when they're thrown at lineouts?
Line-out or scrum.
Tends to happen quite often, and of course it's not allowed. Samolis Conradi on the touch, 100% correct.
Let's play.
That's a poor throw in. So chance here for Grey College.
Leave it White, White, leave it.
We've seen some really hard workers in the Grey College team, but they haven't really looked after possession.
White hands in.
Gavin Grave got to find a mechanism of getting back into this game, whether it's through the pick and go or through a more effective line-out presence, but it's now given an opportunity to pull 3 points back for scrum off Neil de Roo. Just going off his feet were a number of Affies players, and then the boot coming in from Edouin Libba, the guilty party.
Well, this kick is almost the distance that we saw from Eddie Fischer. He hoofed it over in the first half. It's a long way. Maybe a little bit of a breeze at his back, which could help him. It's not going to have the legs, unfortunately, so a chance here for Grey College, or rather Affies, to get it back to the halfway line.
It's a wonderful return from Peter Kutzer. Fantastic day for rugby. Perfect conditions for spinning the ball from coast to coast, and that's exactly what we've got from Affies.
Good solid ball there from Squinnies in the line out. Duro. And then Vessel's just looking to offload, but then not really finding anybody in a satisfactory position. Again, it's Squinnies taking it in. Better play this from Grey College. One of the important things is to hold on to the ball through these phases. They've been very guilty of giving away the ball in good attacking positions.
No, play on, play on.
Once again, you see it's been turned over. Affies just getting their hands on the ball at the breakdown point with a little bit more aggression. So another chance for them, Fischer trying to get through the gap with a big handoff. Once again, Grey being asked to make these tackles. Here comes Skalke Rasmus. Henning. Onto big Kabous Tjeloff. Ruben van Heerden. Let's just see there's better protection of the ball at the breakdown by the Affies players. Well, Karel Koch hasn't had a lot of ball in this match on the right wing for Affies. That time, just not getting a great pass.
You've got options, guys, Blue.
But it's again the one-off runners that are thwarting their attack, and some good work at the breakdown by Libba. One has to say that Grey College have been bereft of ideas on attack. and that is contributing to their downfall. In fairness, Affies have been really tigerish in their efforts in trying to turn over more illustrious opponents.
Steady.
Duro. Scrum didn't wheel in the direction he would have liked, but still they've managed to look for an opportunity to play it out wide. Still believe that that could be a useful tactic for Grey College.
You've got it wide, play on.
The problem is contesting in the middle of the field is that they're not winning quality ball. In fact, they're losing quite a lot of it too. Janse van Vuren's little kick. Here comes Christian Strydom. Well, eventually caught in the tackle. Just watch once again how well Affies have looked after their ball at breakdown. Once again, Gareth, you can see the number of tackles that Grey College are having to make, and it's starting to tell. They're starting to miss a few of them. Duplessis.
Turnover is good. Leave it wide, leave it.
Grey College this time turning it over very importantly, and then was it wise to kick it away?
There's it.
I'll tell you what, we are seeing a lot of turnovers in this match, aren't we? So Yellow, he takes two men to bring him down for a start. Then good protection of the ball at the breakdown. Chance here for Shear, the long pass. Here comes Koch. The chip and chase from him. It's not a good kick though. And he's taken a smack on top of it.
Well, he finally got some ball in space, did Carl Koch.
10-13 blue. 10-13 blue.
Chip and chase left a lot to be desired.
Number 10 and number 13.
Here we see the charge
Just
down.
look at this.
Good work by Divan
Number
Henning
10.
competing. And it's that man again, Regat Duplessis, contesting the breakdown hotly.
Well, while
Just
we
wait for
have
number 13 to come up.
some attention to players, you can see that
Yes, I can
Mario
hear
Vieira and Pierre Serfontein have come on for Grey College for the centre three quarters, Wessels and Victor.
Time off, guys. There's too many men on the ground. Time off.
And then fly half, Edward Janse van Vuren will also be leaving the field. So massive changes being made then. Jacco Wessels, of course, with his head bound. You can see one of the Affies players coming off, so they'll have to make a change too. I think it's Skalk Erasmus who's hobbling somewhat. So Lombard Grobler for Affies.
Okay, let's go, guys.
And Philip Cross off as well. Wow, it's a battlefield out there. So back we come again. Can those replacements make a difference?
White, back.
Good, strong, straight running there immediately from Mario Vieira.
Leave it wide, leave it. You're not supporting your body weight, leave it.
Well, there are 16 points the difference. It's essentially three scores. Gray have got to make something happen and not take too long to make it happen. Unfortunately, there again well, I say they've surrendered possession, but Affies were not back 10 metres, so Gray have another kickable opportunity, but I think we saw from Yildero the last one that it's maybe a little bit outside of his range.
Pierre Serfontein now needs to find a decent touch.
Well, Mario Vieira is going to have a bash. He's a new replacement.
I find this tactic bizarre. You're 16 points down. You need to get back into the game. Try and work it over from close quarters. And just see the replacement in number 19, Lombard Grobler. Not retreating the 10 metres.
On the line.
That was the initial penalty coming in against Edwin Libber.
So Mario Vieira carrying on the Portuguese tradition, I would imagine, here at Grey College. Nelio de Sá, who does such wonderful work for rugby in this country and provides so many stats, and played for Portugal. Also played for Grey College. That's not got the legs, though. Disappointing. And if this is a big kick back, well, Grey will find themselves back in their own half of the field. Taken by Neil Durow. This is positive play by them, deciding let's take them on. Durow, excellent running from him, couldn't get his early pass in. Well, the question is, was that knocked back by Affies? But it's going to be a scrum down to Affies. And Gareth, a lot more positive play there without putting the ball on the boot.
A lot more enterprising play shown, keeping ball in hand and looking for the support runner. That's what's needed by the men in blue. Unfortunately, another big hit coming in and just dislodging the ball forward.
Well, one of the ways to beat a team is to run at them, of course, with every opportunity. Affies will be comfortable enough with that lead. 16 points is a substantial lead. And as we said, it's a well-deserved 1-2. They've played a lot of good constructive rugby. They've been aggressive when required. And they've scored 2 great tries. That for Ghuis. A chance for Achenbach. Speed and strength this man's got. He hasn't been brought into the game enough, I feel. And then taken up by Skoonies initially. And Werner Roberts back in field. This is better play this from Grey College. They're carrying the ball up, they're running into space. And they're looking after it when it goes to ground. Upfield there came Prinsloo and Matthew Wessels.
Play on, play on, play on. Who was first on the ball? Play on.
Well, has it been once again we see these turnovers. There have been so many of them today. And perhaps the Affies players have kicked a little bit more intelligently than Grey. Not on that occasion, but generally speaking. And Achenbach, again, looking full of running. Gets through the first first 2 tackles. And then the offload. Another thumping tackle from the Affies players. Christian Stradum going to ground. Once again, out it comes. This is Ruben van Heerden. Fischer kicking for the corner. It's a long chase this for Ghuis. And it's, well, it was a favourable bounce eventually for him. That's well played by the fullback. Again, you can just see the rucking at breakdown time. Generally from Affies has been so good in this game. But this is where Grey are playing well. They are deciding to try and move the ball into space.
You're off feet, leave it now, you're off feet.
So Vera's pass
it went back forward
to Pierre Serfontein was maybe a little bit too high.
Gee whiz, but some of the tackles that have come in from Affies been unbelievable. And this is just another example. Whack! Pierre Serfontein getting absolutely snotted by Christian Stradum. The turnover came in. Great work by Affies.
You must lift up the ball, then I can award you.
As we see Leon Kruger coming on for Bjorn Victor.
Let's go, guys. White.
And Hardesnell making his way on for Captain Werner Roberts.
Let's play. Come, guys. Let's play.
Well, it's drastic time now. Under 20 minutes left in this match. And of course, Grey College still haven't scored a try in this game. And to be honest, haven't really looked like scoring one. Pick up at the back from Lombard Grobler, and strong running from the fullback position by Kutsa.
Advantage. Holding on White.
Well, good to see that Grey is showing up a lot of mettle here, Gareth, despite being really having trailed right through this game, not giving up at all.
Francois Achenbach has tried his guts out on the left wing for Grey College. He's been the one standout for them. Tackle came in, he had all the rights to the ball. Great strength shown by the left winger. He's won his side
to the side of the line so that we can go on, please. Medics, can you please shift him to the side of the line so that we can go
Brilliant by Ochenbach, superior strength, shown at the breakdown. As you see, yet another replacement coming onto the field. It's really been a war of attrition in Bloemfontein this afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of injuries in this game. See that Revan Krier is on as well at scrum half for Grey College. Strong carry up from Jaco van Donner. And that's better rucking that from Grey College. They're taking away the man who's actually slowing that ball down from Affies. And straight through the middle. Here comes the real chance for them. Have they got the 5-pointer? Yes, they have. And 7 points will be beckoning. We've just taken 2 huge tackles, Pierre Serfontein. And there he was with some good straight running that the coach asked for.
And just the tonic that Grey College have asked for to get themselves back in the game. Good work by Kruger. Through the Gregan pass, and Pierre Serfontein shot a clean pair of heels to get in for a converted try. And Grey College are right back in this contest. But hasn't the replacement in Rian Kruger added a bit of zip? As you see the conversion, splitting the uprights by Mario Vieira.
So plenty to play for.
We are wasting time, guys. We are wasting time.
Just over 16 minutes left of this match. And look at that, 9 points the difference.
And this is where Affies have been so good from the restart. He's got height, he's got distance. It allows his forwards to get in amongst the Grey College players.
Well, it's the replacements that have brought or taken the lead out of the boots of the players generally. So Devon Henning now. What Affies really need to do is just keep the ball for a while. Just absorb, or make Grey College absorb a little bit more pressure.
Number 5 from the side.
But really, the ball is starting to bounce the way of the hosts.
And it just looks like Affies are starting to panic a bit. Grey College have got the momentum in the last 3 or so minutes. As Mario Vieira takes play up just to outside the Affies 22.
Well, they've certainly got a spring in their step at Grey College. But once again, if they want to contest this match, they're going to need to get more points, and quite quickly.
One just feels that this contest is far from over. Another score here, whether it's 3, 5 or 7 for the men in blue.
6 out.
Will certainly galvanise the effort in the final run-in. 15 minutes.
Vital throw in that for Daniel Rist. He's done a good job there onto another one of the replacements, and then charging through there was Skunis. Extra men, but no enough space to work in. Well, it just certainly is a different team in the second half, isn't it? Gideon Bierkes this time carrying it up. Change of direction, all the replacements. Well, is this Affies team starting to tire? Or are they just absorbing the pressure at the moment, waiting for the opportunity to strike like a snake?
Leave it, leave it.
They know that they don't want Grey College to score in the next 5 to 10 minutes. If that happens, things could be working in their favour. So good defence there from the men from Pretoria.
Good work by Devon Henning. He got in amongst it and managed to work a turnover for the visitors, Affies. Opportunity now for Eddie Fisher to carve off some territory down that far left-hand touchline.
He's got a big boot on him, Eddie Fisher. He certainly has been telling today, coupled with his ability to ignite his backline, and he scored a great try.
Backline, stand back. Yes.
So Turkey, rather Affies, carrying it up.
Use it once.
This is where patience is so important, because even if you start going backwards, just stay together and look for the opportunity when to offload. Christian Stratum holding on to it.
Release.
Good work from the left winger.
Back.
Henning
Tackle only.
for sheer. Thought about a kick to the corner flag, but they're holding on to it. And I think this is the right tactic by Affies. Don't want to give the ball away. There's some very hungry men in blue jerseys looking to get their hands on possession, which they've now done, and they've turned it over.
Sorry.
Rivan Kriya, the little scrum half. He's been a live wire since he's come on. And as has Vera and Offenbach. Suddenly, they really are full of running.
Backwards.
Cleverly, Neil Durow still on the field too. He's moved
Advantage wide.
outside from the scrum half position. And in many ways, he's done a lot of good work for Grey College today as the man who started at scrum half. Well, nearly another opportunity, this time for Dion Skoonies.
Well, purists down in Bloemfontein will be asking themselves, can the mighty Grey College pull this one out of the fire? They've managed to
Guys, let's go, please.
get away with
Let's go.
numerous errors. And they've managed to stop this ongoing white wave. But they need to get their hands on the ball if they are to get themselves within striking distance in the final 10 or so minutes to the home side. As we see Ruan de Swart making his way on for Karel Koch.
Search. Steady.
Well, both these schools struggling with injuries in recent weeks, and they certainly got a few more to add to the list today. Little chip there from Fashia, gets the favourable bounce. Great running here, the fly. Can he finish it off? Looks to go himself. Popped in field. Is it a try?
It's out in the end goal.
Did our assistant referee get taken out?
Good work by the referee on the spot. And for sure, the deftest of touches. The bounce was favourable for the burly number 10. Great tackle coming in by Neil Durow. Saved a certain 5-pointer, and then some wonderful cross-covering defence by Hardesnell.
Up and under from Christian Stratum. That's a very good kick into the middle of the park. And the taller men have managed to take it away. This is good play from Affies. The tactics are spot on.
Is good. Turnover is good.
So have Grey College managed to take this ball away from them? Well, it's a great scrum position for Affies, isn't it?
Good tactic by Smith, sticking it into the Evans, and then that's a clear knock-on coming in from the left winger, Stratum. Not being picked up by the referee or his assistant referees.
Fine, let's go.
Saying that's a wonderful opportunity now for Affies.
Number 8, fine, let's go.
To exploit a blindside move. Little Devon Henning will be looking to free up Ruan de Swart, number 21 jersey.
And outside him, Andre Maria.
Not straight. Not straight.
No, you don't often see that happening these days. The ball not put in straight. So it's a free kick this for Grey College.
You took it there. Here's the mark. No, here's the mark. You took it. You didn't took it on the mark. There's the mark.
Rivan Kriya has to take it from the correct mark, so he puts it on the ground, which is maybe the safer way of doing it. Vera looking to ignite Pierre Serfontaine, the scorer of the sole great try in this match thus far. Can they change that? Quickly through the hands, Skoonies. So the knock-on coming from Grey.
Leave out, guys.
We're playing encouraging rugby in the second half.
Calm down, please. Calm down.
The catch pass has been really poor this afternoon, Grey. The pass has been behind the man. But in saying that, you're only allowed to play as well as the opposition allows you. And Affies have put in a monumental effort on defence. They have really stopped Gray at every corner. And hence, for their lead on the scoreboard by those 9 points. You see the scrum stats, 6 out of 7 for the home side and 5 out of 5 for Affies.
Good scrum from Grade College, but well held by Affies. Absolutely going at full tilt into space, and for sheer deciding, let's just kick it downfield, get ourselves into a favourable position. Well, it might not be the case, because is it going to run into touch in goal?
22.
Nope, perfect. So it'll be a 22 dropout. And perhaps Eddie Fisher just saying, let's just dominate that territory at the moment. Let's not worry about anything else. They can't score in their own half of the field.
And that's a right tactic, Gavin. His game management has been superb this afternoon as Fisher. He's kept Grey College plugged down in their own half of the field, which has led to them playing some good rugby. Affies.
Good bounce of the ball there for Dion Gross. Nobody at the back at the moment for Affies. Will they chip and chase? Wrist, Vera, Achenbach, who's come into a centre position, looking to get more ball, and looking full of running there too was Bossov. Now another chance, and still they come. This team doesn't want to lie down. They want to score tries. Wow.
Well, we're in for late drama down in Bloemfontein. What a try by Ruan Kruger, keeping the ball in hand. Some strong work by the left winger in Achenbach, and brilliant running by the scrum off, who's moved into the fullback position, Neil de Roo. We found a worthy recipient in the flying replacement, number 21, Ruan Kruger. And Grey College are right back in this contest. You write this side off at your peril.
And can Mario Vera get this from the touchline? Has he got it straight enough? No, it's gone wide. But have a look at that, 4 points the difference, and that was a very important kick, that.
And hasn't he been prominent, the burly number 11? Some good interpassing between the backs, and then a jinxing run coming in from de Roo. He found Kruger, and a try in the corner. And Grey College will be buoyed by that score.
But it does mean that they've got to score a try. When we say they've got to score a try, of course you can kick 2 penalties. At the moment, that's not what they'll be looking for. Affies, on the other hand, remember they had 16 points at half-time.
Backwards.
They've now got 22. Grey had 5 at half-time. They've now got 18.
There's the ball.
And well, while we suggested that Grey might get a little tired from all the tackling they've had to make, they've actually grown in strength, and I think credit to their coach too for bringing his replacements on when he did. But the game still belongs to Affies at the moment on the scoreboard. Held up there by Hardus Nel.
Last man's feet. There is the ball. Play it.
Gareth, what Grey have done well is that they've found space out wide when they've basically moved it through the hands. Look for opportunities. It's another big tackle, this time from Enko Jordan.
They've managed to string a number of phases together. That means Affies have to make more tackles. But the tackles they have made have been prominent ones, as you saw by Henko Jordan.
Please wait.
Scything down
Please wait.
Neil de
Time
Roo.
off, guys. Please wait.
Yeah, and Swanepoel being brought on right at the death. Once again, it's those big tackles, Gareth. I'll tell you what, this has been some contest
Please,
when
medics,
it comes to
let's shift him
defensive
away
work.
from here. Yeah, oh, it's fine. Let's shift him off, please.
Van Wyk for Neil
Let's shift him
Besaidenout.
off.
What a pulsating game of schoolboy rugby we've had in Bloemfontein this afternoon. A never say die attitude by the home side. Well, the visitors in Affies have
Come in the line. White.
Based
Come in
there.
the line.
effort around a massive, monumental defensive
Eddie Fischer, he's back in tow. Was walking around with a bit of a foxtrot, but perhaps he'll be okay. Just a couple of minutes to see through here. And a potentially famous victory this for Affies if they can hold on. Carried up by Laurits van der Schuyf, one of the stalwarts of this team, having played Craven Week last year. And the scorer of an outstanding try today. So a little bit of space. Here comes Christian straight on. Well, Grey have the scrum down, but time is running out fast, and they're very deep in their own territory.
Well, you can bet your bottom dollar Grey are going to spin it through the hands. Good work out on the left wing again by the ever prominent Christian Strydom. Tackle coming in and just losing it in contact. And one might say this is the final roll of the dice for Grey College.
Well, the students are all still in full voice, the Grey College boys. They haven't given up, nor have their players on the field. Rivan Krier looking to put it in.
Square to the front. Okay, gentlemen, do not work before the ball is in. Do not work before the ball is in. Let's go. Come, let's play, guys. Fine. Fine, number 8.
Hasn't the big winger in Francois Achenbach made a huge difference in the Grey backline as he's moved into the outside centre position. It's really provided some decisive running for the home side.
I agree with that, Gareth. I don't think he was enough in the game in the first half. Suddenly just running the ball with a lot more confidence as this team from the fullback, this time Dion Goos. And he's gone and lost it forward, but he has a chance now for Van der Schuyf. Wow, he's got one try already, he's going to get another.
Well, the Affies supporters are on their feet in Bloemfontein. Laurits van der Schuyf, his second try in the match. And that'll be all she wrote for Grey College in this contest. Spinning it through the hands. The fullback Goos went to ground, and then the knock-on came in from De Roo.
Come, kick, please.
Van der Schuyf was quickest to react. He shot a clean pair of heels, and he's got in for the match-winning try for the Witpiller. Look at that determination. Can he get there? Yes, he can, and Affies will come away victorious. What can only be described as a famous win down in Bloemfontein.
And it certainly is if you consider that they've played 36 times since 1953, and Affies have just won 5 matches. Drawn 5 and 26 won by Grey. This will belong to the men from Pretoria, regardless of what happens with this kick. Rowan de Swart. What a way to finish the day. A great kick that from Rowan de Swart. One of the replacements that's come on. And certainly the replacements on both teams have done their bit. Well, we haven't heard the hooter yet, so there will be a kickoff. And Mario Vieira will be the man launching it into the sky. Take there from Lombard Grobler. So what do they do now? Decide Devon Henning to kick it downfield. Daniel Rist up for it. Rather, Rivan Krier up for it. And
tackle, White!
Really certainly holding his own. So, Grey College. They would have done their sums, and they know 11 points is too much for them to win this match, but can they finish it with a flourish? And a flourish would mean a 7-pointer somewhere along the line. Support play coming in. The hooter in the background. And an offside position there.
Knock-on offside.
From
knock-on offside.
Henko Jordan, so it's tap and go. And the Grey College boys all lining up. They don't want to run out of space here. Excellent play on this occasion by Julio Biekus. And a knock-on from Grey College. We'll see the final whistle surely being blown.
We're waiting for the hooter. We're waiting for the hooter.
Well, we
Well, the hoot has gone, Mr. Referee.
Okay, thank you.
it has gone. So there it is, the final whistle.
And that's an epic win for Affies. Has successfully bullied Grey College here. And they've come away with a famous victory, beating the hosts by 29 points to 18.
Excuse me, I didn't hear the wood.
Well, it's elation all round. It certainly is. You just saw the Affies players supporters come rushing onto the field, and they could have been those that took part in chess, in tennis, in cross country, in golf, and all the different sports that form part of what is a wonderful occasion.
So there we have the full-time score from Bloemfontein. Affies from Pretoria have knocked over Grey College from Bloemfontein by 29 points to 18.